saw the thumbnail, you saw the 3 little clips right up front, you know what it's getting. But we got a brand new Vitavon Xmaxx motor mount right here. We've got the Vitavon gear cover for the big gears because it's getting the Vitavon big gears. Mod 1.5, 25-30 ratio. This has the big Castle 1100 kV in it. It might be pushing it a little bit, but we can have some fun with these. And to top it all off, you're probably wondering, the yellow body. Well, that's because this was originally a red Xmaxx. You can tell by the shocks and all that. So, brand new red Xmaxx body. Eventually, I'll try that Proline Brute, but hold that down there. But for now, we're going to get to the table, get all this stuff installed, and get it out and get that drive in. Guys, let's get to the table. Let's start out with the motor mount right here. Check this thing out. Got a nice slider design. Really good tolerances right there. So there's a little bit, maybe I can feel maybe 1/1000th of an inch right here. So hopefully it'll slide. I have been told that once the motor is pulled down really tight, it doesn't like to slide, but we'll have to see about that right here. It's set up to take the 1717 or the 2028 size motors. Yeah, very nice setup. Full on 70-75, so hopefully this thing holds up and we can move on to the gears. Mod 1.5, and I gotta tell you, it's awesome to see another option for Mod 1.5s on the market. These are the 25-30 ratios. Still, like I said, it might be a little bit much for that 1100, but it should zing that thing around pretty darn good. They are hardened 45 steel. They look really nice and they feel smooth when I'm working them like this. So I've got my hopes up for these. Now, this right here is pretty darn neat, and that's gonna be awesome to get into. I'm gonna try to assemble this real quick. I am literally working through the screen of a phone. So it's kind of a odd thing. Depth perception and all that is kind of out there. So that's how the spur gear goes on right there. Then you've got some shims as needed. 1, 2, we're going to put them both on there. There we go. And then this, I believe it goes in like this. Haven't installed it yet, so. And this goes into that little space, that little extra space, and it provides support to the outside of the spur gear. I can tell you guys, I've bent some of these, and I know some of you guys have too. This support may be a game changer right here. I mean, really, because there's a lot of power going into these 6mm shafts. So anyway, we got this right here. It's on a pin, should be good to go. I mean, if that pin don't hold up, this pin wouldn't here either. A little bit larger diameter here to fit the stock gear. And then your bearings go here and here just like normal. So that's a nice little setup right there. And the gear cover. Yeah. So this right here should totally fit right with everything you just saw. So yes, it'll be nice to actually get a gear cover back on these big gears, right? This is the setup I've been running right here. Castle 1100 kV, got a WFO motor mount. These are the gears, I believe it's 4354, so those are obviously coming out. That little support goes right down into there. Kind of out of focus. I also have a brand new mount right here, or a brand new support. So I'll be putting that in as well. So ESC's got to come off, everything's got to come loose, get the motor out, all that. As far as taking all this stuff out, I'm just going to go ahead and get it done because I got some peeling to do. Just 4 bolts underneath the motor and that comes out. Your whole gear assembly right there comes out. 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the brace. So really simple job. I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff out and show it to you on the table. As I'm doing this job, you can take those 6 bolts that hold the actual front of the motor on and actually rotate it to get your alignment correctly, or if you want the wires out the top perfectly in case yours don't line up, which is exactly what I just did. The motor is tightened down, and yes, it did kind of lock it into place. So that's not exactly a bad thing. Now, what I'm going to do when I put this in, I'm going to bolt this into place, secure it nice and well, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of loosen that one and that one. And then that'll allow me to actually tap the motor and adjust that mesh and get everything just right. Then all I got to do is slide the pinion gear off. As long as you don't tighten it down, the pinion gear should slide right on and off. And then secure everything, put the pinion gear on, do a final check for mesh, and you should be all set. The gearing I had versus the new gearing right here. Now this was a 1.35 to 1 ratio, 40-54. Now this right here at 25-30 comes in at 1.2 to 1. So it will be a little bit faster. Now the other option he has is a 20-30, and that would be like a 1.5 to 1. So that would be slower. So this right here should run pretty darn good. This is ready to go in, and I do want to show you guys that this little piece obviously has a little bearing in it as well. So yeah, this goes right onto here, and now it all just pretty much drops into place. This is it, guys. Look at this. You can push down on the spur gear and nothing moves. That's awesome. Really awesome. With everything in place, the spur gear feels really good. It's not bound up. Everything looks good. I like this. As I was putting this in, I noticed these little tabs at the bottom. Those actually go into the stock screw hole slots and keeps this thing from side shifting. Very nice. I did not see that in the initial look at this. And here we are, guys. Everything is on. I don't have the set screw tightened here because I'm still setting all that, which looks like it's perfect. Looks beautiful. Let's go try to set that gear cover on there just to check it real quick. So now that I have all of this in here, the motor mount will work with other gears, will work with other setups. It'll work standalone. I believe the gear cover will also work on its own, away from everything else. The gears down here, those will also work. However, the support bearing is only good for the down. It won't hold it up. It won't really be locked in place unless you have the gear cover. And all of that fits in just perfectly underneath the tab right here on the motor mount. So if you really want the complete setup to be right, locked in, engineered, set up the best way I've seen so far, you really need to get all three of them. The gears, the cover, and the motor. And like I said, get the gears in and all that. The motor and the cover needs to go in at one time. Once you get the pinion gear set, you get all that set, everything pulled down good and tight, take it loose and put all that in at one time. So now, as awesome as that is, say the pinion gear comes loose and you got to retighten it. Well, you know, it's going to be more work to get to that. I believe this will work without the cover, you know, so you can get to the pinion gear and all that. But yeah, it will be a little bit more work to get to a loose pinion gear or to change your pinion gear mesh or any of that stuff. But if you get all that set up right, and hopefully this will run good. This is a very well engineered piece. I like it. So hopefully now all I got to do is get the brace put back on, get the ESC glued down, and this thing should be ready to go. I've also got that Vitavon Bellcrank up front too. I've got the whole bulkhead as well, but that's a whole nother video there, guys. This is all about this right here. Guys, I haven't seen it look this pretty in a long time. You know, like them or not, Traxxas has some of the most awesome factory paint jobs out there. Just awesome. And listen to the gears. They sound great. That's awesome. Man, I'm a happy camper right now. Oh, let's go run some laps. This is awesome. Before I get into this drive, do these look familiar? Yeah, this is right after I recorded the SCX6 with the sand paddles by Power Hobby. Tires are awesome. It is time. It is time. These gears sound so good. I promise you I'm gonna fix that jump one day. Up on the stand, let's go ahead and see if I can rip a couple laps. Wow. Gotta remember, these things fly. Love the cornering on this thing, guys. Oh, these gears are fast. A lot faster than what I had. You won't think that, you know, just a little bit. Ooh, nice right there. You wouldn't think that 0.15 ratio would make that big of a difference, but man, I tell you what, with an Xmaxx, it really makes a difference. This thing is ripping. Aha, yeah. Man. Got a little bit of out of balance, got some dirt in my wheels. Oh, nice. I want to try a backflip with that bigger gear, see if I can come across this backwards and get it. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta try that one again. You know what's crazy? With the 1.35 to 1 ratio that I had before, it did not have what it needed to get backflips like that. 1.2 seems to be the sweet spot for this particular motor. Now he does have a 20-30 ratio. Honestly, I don't know that you'd be able to fit a large can motor like this. And oh my God, my new body. Oh. Anyway, oh man, I think you need the smaller 1100 kV from Hobby Wing. Oh man, let's see here. Did we already get damage? Oh, it begins. It begins. That's the life of an Xmaxx for you. After that mild run, the ESC is about 109, 110. Not too bad. Ambient temps right now are about 80 degrees. We got about 130. Battery plugs about 100. Look at this right here. Look at the case. 115, 130, all that. Apparently I need to put a battery in this thing. But anyway, what this is showing is that all of this aluminum here is pulling heat away from the motor, acting kind of like a heat sink or heat soak or something like that to help dissipate the heat. So I am very, very happy with how this thing worked. And these CNHL 8000 milliamp batteries, they are proven to be awesome. Really nice batteries. Guys, I am beyond happy with this. Quiet Mod 1.5s for me is a big deal. My Xmaxxes have been insanely loud. So having one that runs kind of quiet, as in like Xmaxx quiet, is a huge thing for me. The way the motor mount and all goes in with the cover and all that, kind of a bit of a pain if you got to mess with a pinion gear or anything like that. But the way it's all designed to work together, it almost has to be that way because of that third bearing support. It has to lock everything in, and that cover is a major part of that. It means a lot to make this thing work and lock in together. I mean, it's a fully engineered motor mount system, and I've got to tell you, it works really good. Now, time will tell how things hold up. You know, you get a new product on the market, hey, we're going to beat them up. Time will tell. We'll have to see. But I think this is going to be phenomenal. And again, it's awesome to see more Mod 1 gears on the market. Absolutely. Guys, check that description for everything on here. Man, awesome gear set. I still got that bulkhead to put on here as well. Have to see if I can get that done. That's going to be a big job. But anyway, guys, in that description are all those links. Check them out. They are affiliate links, AMain, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. Use those links. They help out the channel when you guys do. So, guys, check that description. Use those links. Give it a huge thumbs up. And thank you all for watching. Hey, guys, if you're still watching and you're hearing this message, you are absolutely awesome. I want to tell you guys, you are the cream of the crop. Also, if you're listening this far, well, you know, if you want to help directly support Exocaged RC, got the channel memberships, $2, $5, $10, and $25. You get early viewing, and sometimes I get to put up a little extra footage for you guys. So guys, check that description, and thank you so much.